Welcome back, data detectives. We have conquered data sanity check, and now it's time to dive deeper into the individual story hidden within your numbers. This is univariate analysis, where we get up close and personal with each variable, unveiling its secret and patterns. Univariate analysis focuses on understanding the characteristic and behavior of individual variable in your dataset. Why it matters? Because it helps us to find data inconsistency and outliers, right? And it also helps us to determine the range and distribution of values. And we will also get an understanding of relationship between other variables. So now we are going to do some code in Python and see how univariate analysis helps us to find data inconsistency and the thing that we have discussed just now. So here is our Google Colab notebook. So we will draw some distribution plot and graphs to see univariate analysis and how it works, right? First of all, let's draw a histogram for age distribution. So first of all, I will use PLT function, that is figure, and the figure inside this figure we have a function that is fig size, right? And inside that I will pass parameter 8 and 6, right? For that I will give a plt.hist. It will draw a histogram plot, and inside that data we will give a say age, and in the variable here we will give pins. Let's say we give it 20, and now we give it a edge color, right? We have edge color, and that we can give it like let's say black, right? After that we have a plot x plot for x-axis. For x label we can on x label we can write age, right? And on y-axis plt.y label. On y label we can write box plot of fair in Titanic data set, right? And once I do plt.show, it will give me the visualization. Let me check if I'm done. So if I hit enter, hope I should not get any error, right? You will see that I have got a histogram plot for age, right? So like most of the people lie between 20 to 30, right? This gives you the answer of your question, that how many people may, what is the most of the percentage in this data set. So if you want to check it, so you can see it directly with this histogram plot, that it shows you that most of the people lie between this and this bar and this bar. So that is 20 to 30, right? Okay, so this histogram describes the overall shape of the histogram, like like it is normally or skewed, or normally distributed, or it is skewed left or right, right? Related this to the meaning of typical age. What is the typical age of this dataset? Use the frequency peaks. Identify prominent peaks where the most passengers fall, right? Age-wise. Discuss potential reason for these concentration. You may ask your domain knowledge or implement, or you can particularly basically try to figure out what is the reason for the concentration of this distribution, right? And you can analyze the presence and significance of tails in the distribution. Could they represent unusual age group? And similar questions, right? Now we can also plot some descriptive statistic for categorical variables. Okay, so suppose so now we can write a descriptive statistic for categorical variable, right? So now here I will take a survived variable from our features or from our column. Now suppose I want to print the descriptive statistics for our survival. We want to see different statistical numbers. What is the stats behind the survived people for survival, right? Now if I print it, data that is survived, and if I see describe, now it will give me the data related to that column, the data related to this column, right? So now I will write data in this. I will say give survived, and I will give value counts. So it will give us the statistical numbers for our data, like count, mean, standard deviation, min, max, and quartiles, right? Now see, with passenger class, we can also talk about like things like exploring the proportion of passenger in each class. We can discuss the potential for the implication of survival rates or demographics, right? Like, and the survival rates status, like we can analyze the overall survival rate and consider factors that may have influenced it, right? And also we have a pie chart for passenger class. We can visualize the distribution for passenger across classes clearly, right? We can do it with a bar chart for survival count. So yes, in this also comes a concept called descriptive statistics. So what is actually descriptive statistics, right? Because you will be working on EDA thing. So most of the time you will not be having the domain knowledge. So here descriptive statistics is what will help you guys, right? So the purpose of using descriptive statistics is to summarize the main features of dataset, right? So it will help you basically to summarize the main features of data set, right? Providing a concise overview of data without diving into detailed analysis. They are numerical measures that describes central tendency, right? Suppose say you are given with the age. Suppose say there are 3 people whose age is suppose 10, and there are 2 people whose age is say 5, and 8, 10 people whose age is. So it basically gives the numerical measure that describes central tendency, basically what the average of the population is, right? It will also help you to find the variability, the spread, and the distribution of data, right? So there are few different types of descriptive statistics. Let me code them out. Types of descriptive statistics, right? The different types of statistics includes measure of central tendency. Another measure of central tendency. Inside this, we have different concepts such as mean. We can use mean to find our central tendency. It is the average of all values in a variable, right? And we can also use median. This is middle value when data is ordered. Like you are given 7, 3, 8, 9, 1, 2. So first you will order them, like first of 1, then 2, then 3, then 7, then 8, then 9. And then you will find the central value of it. Like it is 3 and 7 here. So you will take out the average of these both. And that will be your median, right? And another measure of central tendency is the mode. So it is the most frequent value in a variable, right? So these are the measure of central tendency. So another type of descriptive statistics is measure of variability, right? Range. So range basically is a difference between the highest and the lowest value. Suppose say we are talking about age. So here one student is of 5, one person is have age 5, and here are some other values like 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, or whatever it is, okay? And the highest value is suppose say this is say 15, right? So what the range will be? Range will be the highest minus lowest. So the range of this is 10. Right? So this is the measure of variability. Another measure of variability is, so the variance is a measure of how spread out the data is from the mean. How your data is spread from your mean. Like suppose say your mean value is 10 and you have values 15 or 20 or 30. So how far these values are there in your data. So this will be given by the variance of your data set, right? And another measure of variability is standard deviation. Standard deviation. It is the square root of the variance. It is easier to interpret, right? So that's why most of the time you would have seen standard deviation in some algorithms or in some code that uses descriptive statistics, right? So another type of descriptive statistics is measure of distribution. Inside this, we have different concepts like percentile, right? So in this, we divide the data into 100 equal parts. P25 being the 25th percentile, like you may think of it as quartile 1, right? And the other measure of distribution is, you can find it using histograms, right? It's a visual representation of frequency distribution of values. And a box plot is another measure of distribution. It will tell you how your data is distributed. It will show the quartiles, mean, median, outliers, and range of the variable, right? So hope this sums up your types of descriptive statistics. Now, while performing EDA, it is your duty to choose the right statistics to perform on your particular data, right? You have to understand the nature of your data. Is it categorical? The first thing you have to do is you have to see your data and see how many categorical variables are there and how many numerical variables are there present in your data, right? Basically, you have to understand the nature of your data. Then you have to consider your analysis goal, what you want to know from your data. What information do you want to extract from your data that you should know before doing exploratory data analysis, right? Then you can use multiple statistics. You cannot rely on one measure. You can combine different types for a comprehensive picture, right? So this will make you a better exploratory data analyst. So once you have analyzed your data using a descriptive statistical tool like measure of tendency, measure of variability, measure of distribution, now it's time to interpret your conclusions. Like, context is crucial. Like, you have to interpret statistics in the context of your data and research questions. You have to look for patterns and trends, right? You have to interpret from your descriptive stats, right? You have to see for the context. You have to see your research questions, right? You have to look for the patterns and trends, right? trends. Observe how different statistics related to each other and to other variable, right? And at last, you also have to identify outliers in this process of descriptive statistics. Like the values that are deviate significantly from the majority might require further investigation, right? Now, here are some of the benefits of using descriptive statistics. Let's talk about some benefits of using descriptive statistics, right? So we have three benefits basically, right? Okay. So first is it basically simplify the complex data. Now you can look at your data and understand what the data want to say at one glance. Like you can see the standard variation. It will give you the measure of variability, right? You can see the mean. It will give you the measure of central tendency, right? So these are some of the benefits of using descriptive statistics. Another benefit of using descriptive statistics is identify potential issues, right? It will help you to detect data inconsistency or problem that require addressing, right? And at last, we have informed analysis, right? It will help us to provide a foundation for further statistical analysis and hypothesis testing, right? So these are some of the benefits of using descriptive statistics. So till now we discussed what is univariate analysis. We tried some plots and tried some distribution graphs, and then we talked about descriptive statistics. So what's the purpose of using descriptive statistics, right? It helps us to summarize the main feature of dataset. Then we see types of descriptive statistics: measure of central tendency, measure of variability, measure of distribution. Inside measure of central tendency, you have mean, median, mode. And in measure of variability, you have range, variance, standard deviation. And in measure of distribution, you have percentile, histogram, and box plots, right? And also, we discussed that what is the first step whenever you are given with the data, right? So keep in mind, whenever you are given with the data, you have to make sure that you know what are the categorical variables and what are the numerical variables, right? Because before it, you can't ask the proper questions to it. Because question may vary from categorical variable to numerical variable. The question that you can ask to categorical variable, you cannot ask those questions to the numerical variables. You have to keep that in mind before doing exploratory data analysis, right? And then we see that it helps us to interpret, and then we see that interpretation of descriptive statistics, right? It helps to find the context, pattern, and trends, and identify outliers. Okay, so at last we saw that what are the benefits of using descriptive statistics, right? It helps us to simplify complex data, right? At one glance, now you can see and figure out what your data is speaking to you.